I'll go somewhere more with it. I want to tie it to the absolute truth of indifference. Because as you say, in the relative sense, in the related sense, indifference has a negative connotation. But the absolute truth, an example could be when you're meditating and you empty your mind. You begin to empty the unconscious content as the unconscious sensations arise, given cause and condition for certain thoughts to come into your mind, certain emotions, certain narratives. What you're observing is your relatedness. And you see how it begins to happen to you in meditation. But the meditator, the field of consciousness that this content seems to appear in or out of or recedes in, that itself is indifferent. What does that mean? When in a beautiful state of meditation, you can distinguish meditation from what is happening. The meditative state becomes pure, becomes distinguished from content and from narrative, what we call happening or personal sense, relatedness. But in meditation, we allow for inquiry, we allow for examination of our content, pattern, and remain as I am. You see, we remain as I am. We remain as pure awareness, observing, remaining the witness. And in so doing, we come to see that observation is formless and the content is form. But as we distinguish our pure awareness from content and form, in learning to distinguish this formless observation from content, we can examine, we can inquire in what is observing, what is seeing, is in fact the grace of indifference. You see? And what you'll notice is, as you begin to meditate, as you begin to open this divine, this grace of indifference, as it opens up, as one relaxes, and observation becomes more prominent as the witness. You won't be used to it because you're not accustomed to it. So what will happen is the content will keep distracting you, the content of relatedness, the content of a thought that is then linked to an emotional narrative that is all linked to the cause and condition being the very unconscious content of our personal experience that is in our body, our very instinct. And we'll feel unaccustomed. You'll be pulled out of indifference. Get caught up in the relatedness that we've come to know as the story, as the sense self, you see, the sense self of relatedness, which so much of it is unconscious. You don't have to think about when you see someone, you smile. You don't have an internal dialogue of how you respond to people. You have a character that is kind of subconsciously attuned to respond to your environment and to yourself. All of it is relatedness. Everything is related. See somebody, feel something. This we call activity, personal activity. And so in meditation, we're not accustomed to being indifferent. We're accustomed to relate. And so we're pulled out of this indifference to not like a certain thought, not like a certain feeling, to not want to be distracted, you see? And again, that's relatedness. It's getting caught up in the content and drawing from some personal inference of how you want the meditation to be, you see? And all of this activity avoids the grace of indifference, you see?